is, this is the gateway to heaven. This is the gateway to heaven. Whatever situation I'm in, and now some are able to come back to the house of the Lord. Can't come back right now like numbers that we used to have. But some of you are able to come back to the house of the Lord. But while some of you still have to watch virtually, thousands of you still have to watch virtually, you still ought to say right in the presence of God, right where you are now, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Right in your living room, you ought to make that the house of the Lord. In your bedroom, you ought to make that the house of the Lord. In your kitchen, you ought to make that the house of the Lord. Because Jacob says, this is the gateway to heaven. This ladder is the gateway to heaven. And I still get excited that the heart of God is for the church to be known as the gateway to heaven. I'm in my lane because I'm speaking on the behalf of God. And my lane is the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and the world and they that dwell therein. I got a right to speak wherever I want to speak because I'm representing God. Oh, people of God, I'm here to tell somebody you better recognize what God is saying. No, not your tree of knowledge of good and evil, but you got to keep the Spirit over your mind. If you're going to have victory in your life, you got to understand, people of God, let's get back to the place of the ladder. I don't need a crowd to be around me to have my ladder. I don't need somebody watching me to have my ladder, but I can be driving down I-10 and pull my ladder out. Just me and Jesus. And I may have some witnesses here. Won't he make a way somehow? I feel like preaching in this place. I know you can't get close to nobody. Check your camera. I know you can't get close to those that are virtual. You're watching, but why don't you just speak it into the atmosphere? Ask somebody, do you have your ladder? And don't wait till the battle is on. I need somebody. Shout now. Shout like you still got your ladder. Shout like you're still getting a word from God. Shout like I still got a prayer life. Shout like victory is mine. Is there anybody? Is there anybody? You're glad about it? I'm glad that God has said. Anybody? You know that he's able. Good to see you greater in the house of God. But even when we couldn't have these many in the house of God, I thank God I still have my ladder. Can you preach to 5 people? Yes, I can preach